let's head back to the voicemail of Truth and Reason.
Hey, folks. Rough start for sure. If you happen to see the Kyle Brandt segment Sunday about Week 1 overreactions, he cited a number of Week 1 games in the past where teams got blown out and came back and crushed it in the playoffs. So I, for one, am hanging in there. I can't and won't forget the 3 games Deshaun played great in last year. The Tennessee, Arizona, especially the Baltimore game where he was badly injured and played through it. Basically willed the team to victory. It's way too early to pack it in. We could lose to the Jags, but then we have 3 games we should be favored. Let's go Browns.
As always, appreciate all the voicemails. Jake, the one thing is you lost the opener at home. You were better at home than on the road. There's a lot more pressure than there probably should be to go into Jacksonville and beat a pretty good Jaguars team.
Yeah, Jaguars gave Miami fits, and that offense is really good. So take that for what it's worth. There is pressure to get this one done. I think the voicemailer has a fair point where you're talking about then they come back and have a chance to play 3 games they can win. So, the idea of getting to 3-2 is not awful, but you got to look at how they get to the bye week and say that out of the bye week scenario where they're playing a bunch of brutal games and including some tough road games and then like 2 Thursday night games in a 1-month span, you need to put yourself in a great position, at least 6 or 7 wins in the first half of the schedule. So every single one of these games has to be played well. Like they don't have a chance to have many of those that they had in week 1. Like maybe you get your one mulligan there in week 1 and all of that. And listen, the point made by Kyle Brandt is fair too. The Browns got blown out in Baltimore in 2020 in the opener, Kevin's debut, and then came back and won a playoff game that year. It's possible. It's all very possible. But in the sake of breaking down what evidence we have on the field, it's hard to really jump to that conclusion that, hey, it's going to happen. It's going to happen because we need to see it. And they have a great chance against Jacksonville. Maybe you catch Jacksonville a little bit of a situation where there's a lull between losing that game that they probably should have won and presuming that they can beat a team like the Browns that was really bad in week 1. I can't wait I for one can't wait to watch it because they need to be better and they need to bounce back in a very meaningful way. Going out on the road sometimes can help in that regard. And again, it's a chance to continue to prove that they belong. And we'll see. Because that's a Jacksonville team that can be feisty and a potential playoff team in and of itself too. And this game will mean something to AFC wildcard type standings.